Hi everybody, this is my audience. And I am going to do my information speech. So what I want to talk to you about today is cerebral palsy. And I work every day in a school with children with cerebral palsy. And we actually just had our dance recital yesterday, which was so exciting and so much fun, and gave the girls such a sense of accomplishment and independence, and it was so awesome. I think that cerebral palsy is largely misunderstood. These kids can do so much, and they're all so different, but the one thing that they have in common is that they're children, and they want to be treated like any typical kid would. Cerebral palsy is a blanket term, which basically means that the child's motor function is either impaired or they don't have any motor function at all. So the types of problems that these kids have is either really high muscle tone or really low muscle tone. They oftentimes have trouble with fine motor skills, such as holding a spoon, which obviously makes it difficult for them to eat. They have trouble holding a pencil, which makes it very difficult for them to write. Walking is very difficult and sometimes impossible for them. It's incurable. There's nothing you can do to reverse cerebral palsy, but some of the things that you can do to improve a child's life is occupational therapy, which deals with the fine motor skills, physical therapy, which deals with the muscles on a larger scale, deals with walking and riding a bicycle, and some speech therapy, which obviously deals with the oral motor skills, and also oftentimes they have feeding therapy, which falls under the speech category. Some parents actually take extreme measures, such as stem cell research, and that's actually not legal in the United States, so they will travel far, far distances to have those therapies done. Our school actually offers therapeutic horseback riding, swimming, and ballet, like I said before, and a couple other really interesting therapies. But these kids are incredible, and there's so much that they can do despite their physical disability. The kids that I work with in my class are incredibly bright, and thanks to advances in technology, are able to use devices such as the Dynavox and the Tobii to communicate their feelings. They're able to answer academic questions, which is awesome because that allows us to see how smart they truly are. The way they work is that we sort of pinpoint what their most accurate muscle is, whether it be their eyes, or their arm, or their knee, or their leg, and they access their device using that muscle. So we connect a switch, and they can hit the switch with their arm to access the answer that they want, whether it's yes or no, or I'm hungry. We have one little boy who uses a Tobii with his eyes. So there's a piece on the bottom that actually tracks his eyes, so he can access different things on his device. So I think that if people understood cerebral palsy a little bit better, and they saw that these kids are so bright and didn't see them for their physical disability, but really paid attention to what these kids had to say, that people would be so impressed and people would be so moved by them. It takes patience, it takes time, but a great example is we have a little girl in our class who is learning sign language, and they've been trying to get her to sign I love you for probably about 6 weeks, and she was looking at me the other day and I could see that she wanted to say something, so I just sat there and I waited and I told her, I'll wait, it's okay, and finally she signed I love you. And I would have stood there for 6 hours to wait for that one sign. So, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you understand a little bit more about cerebral palsy, and I will talk to you soon.